Hello, hello. Mad rush last minute. Plumber turned up to do a job. Wouldn't you know it? So, mad rush to get to the shed in time. Hiya Julie. Hiya Jeanette. Hi Liz. Hi Philippa. So, I don't have the samples to show you, but you did see them online of the two I'm going to do. Quite easy. I'm just trying to get my computer to play ball and be big so I can see the comments. There we go. There we go. Oh, good. Let's straighten up a bit. Right, here we go. So, I've made two cards. You've seen them online, but I've changed the colours of them. So that, hiya Brian, so that, you know, you can see them in a different colour. Pretty easy to do. Just a little bit of a different shape, really. But these things that I've got in front of me, this is what I'm going to be using. Hi Christine. I've got Julie's circle dies. I'll be using various sizes of them for the different layers and all. I've got the Happy Birthday Profile die set. And I'll also be using Julie's Floral Fancies and the matching dies. I have got a lot of it prepped already, as you know. I tend to do that quite a lot so I don't keep you forever. So these dies and stamps will be used right the way through both of the cards. Okay, so I shall leave that one off because I need it now. And I'll pop these out the way and we'll get on with it. So, hi Mary. Hi Christine Sparks. Oh, two Christines right underneath each other. Right, so to start we have got just an A4 piece of card which has been scored and folded in half like that. And what I've done is measured from there down, and it measures about 10.5 centimetres, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, it does not matter how deep that is. That is up to you. I'd rather work in inches to be fair, so I'm not going to use that one. I don't know why, but I do. So it measures about 4¼ inches, and I've just put a little tiny mark there. So I'm going to have to stand up for this bit now. So what I'm going to do is cut straight across there and up. So I'm just leaving this panel here. So I'm going to do that with a craft knife. Okay. And I will use this metal ruler because this one's a bit dodgy on the edges. But I do prefer an inch ruler. So let's see. We come down with my craft knife to where the mark is. And then I'm going to turn it on its side and take it off. You can do this on your trimmer, but I'm never very good at doing it on the trimmer. I always overcut. So craft knife's fine. There we are. So we've got a nice clean cut. So we've got that now. Hi Jax. So we've got this. Right, now the next piece we need is 4¼ inches, which is roughly the same size as what we've got there, this bit here. It's 4¼ by 6½, and I've scored it just there on the ½ inch line. And now I'm going to attach that to the front piece so it kind of makes like a zigzag. If I can find my, oh, I don't know, I might be able to do it with my fingernails. I've put me, oh, here it is, here it is. I'll put some double-sided tape on, okay? And then all we're going to do, you won't see this because it's going to be lined, it's going to be covered with mats and layers, is you can put glue on it as well if you want. You're just going to put that on there so it folds back like that. So what you've made essentially is that. Okay, I hope you can see that from the air. The card base, the bit that was the card base, and then another piece that I've added on there. Okay, fairly simple so far. Now don't worry about this because we are putting mats and layers on, and you won't be able to see that. So for the mat, I've chosen to do it in pink this time. So I've got a pink mat and layer going on there. We have one on here. We've got one on there, and then we've got two left, which are going to go on the reverse of there. So I'm going to put them on first. Hi, Penny. Now, these mats and layers are 5 3/4 by 4, but really and truthfully, it depends on what you decide this width is going to be on your card, because you might do it taller, shorter. You might have a fancy edge die that you can use on it. So I'll pop these on, and then they can be drying while we get on with the next bit. As I said, they're pretty simple. It's just a different shape, really. You know, coming up with something a little bit different to use the dies that you've already got and use them a little bit differently. So, hi Ronnie, hi Deborah, thank you for joining me. There we go, pop that one on. And then this one can go on as well. And then we'll turn it over and put some on the back too. So. There we go, over. Again, writing on that will be covered now, so that matters not. And we have got another layer to put on top. Used the stamps to make a pattern on it. Just the one from that set. There we go. So now we've got this shape. So we've got have layers for this one, and then these two are for the back. But I've left this one plain so I can stamp this one in front of you, and then we can put all them on then. So I've just cut a mat and layer slightly smaller than that. There, in white card. All the cards I'm using, this pink stuff is Sizzix linen card, but this white one is 300 GSM. I prefer the 300 GSM. I use it for most things. Now, like I said, I'm only using one stamp right the way through this, but you could change it. It's kind of a monochrome, well, one colour and white really, but you can use all different colours. You could colour the flowers in to make them look a little bit different. And I'm using picked raspberry. I'm going to do it freehand and hope it works. I don't mind. I did have one stamped, but I've no idea where it's gone, which is a bit odd. Trying to keep my head out of it. And trying to keep it random is something that I cannot do very well. So if it looks a bit uniform, you'll have to forgive me. Yeah, I've no idea where the stamped panel went, but hey ho. It's good to see them getting stamped, doesn't it? I suppose. I don't normally do that. It's usually all done, isn't it? So, just keep going until you fill your panel up. This picked raspberry isn't so juicy, but it's doing its job so far. And I'm doing the age-old thing of not taking the ink pad to this. I should do really, because it probably wobbles the table. Hi Penny, doesn't matter. You haven't really done much so far, to be honest, and then what you miss you can always catch up, can't you? Everyone's busy this time of year, don't they? Not me. For the first time in many years, I am actually organised. All my presents are wrapped and everything's sorted. Just all I've got to do is get fresh food now. I don't know, it's not like me to be so organised. There you are. Turned over the new leaf for Christmas. I'm usually the one running around Christmas Eve buying everything, but I've surpassed myself this year. Hi Wendy, good morning to you too. There we are. Right, oh, that was pretty painless, wasn't it? That's because these stamps stamp beautifully, isn't it? Yes, indeed they do. She'll ruin the last one now. Whoa, look at that, perfect. Right, let's give this a wee wipe. And we shall pop it somewhere safe so we don't lose it. Right, so, you know me and vellum. Mine have always got to have a bit of vellum on, haven't they? Otherwise it's not one of my cards. So I'm going to get some vellum to put across there before I add it onto the actual card base. So rip the vellum towards you and you'll always get a nice white edge. Doesn't matter how thick, as thick or as thin as you want. I might actually put the big thick parts on for a change. There we are. Keep them bits, they'll come in useful. Hi Catherine. Hi Julie. I'm just in from the gym. Oh, aren't you good? My regime starts in January. I've got a big wedding to lose some beef from. To get into my dress. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I'm pretty good once I get my mind on it. I just haven't had my mind on it lately. So I'm going to wrap this vellum around the middle part of this. Okay. And pop it round the back. That dinging you hear will be my plumber. Back and forth from the van, I guess. And I'm going to secure that down there as well. Okay. So, because I've covered that bit in vellum, I'm going to add a little bit more tape. So it's sticky there. And then we'll put the panels on. And then from there, it's extremely easy. I'm sure there's ways that you can change this up. Using edge dyes on the parts of the card and things like that. Change it up with different colours. If you did stars on it and put happy birthday, it would be alright for a man's card. You know the score. You always change things up to suit yourselves. So this panel is going to go on top of this pink layer. I have to stand up to do it because I'm quite a way away. There we go. That's going to go on there. It's flat. It's going on flat. It's not going on with any double-sided anything, foam tape or anything. And now I've just got to put these on, which is pretty much easy to do. So let's whap them on. They've been stamped in exactly the same way. It's just to save time because I wanted to do 2 cards today. So, is that one on there? No, that one's on the inside. One is slightly smaller, of course it's slightly smaller. That'll do. We'll have that one on here. Now these dies at Julie's are on, yeah, they're on sale at some of the, these dies I'm using, these circle dies. Some of the stockists, your favourite stockists, may have them on sale, so check them out if you haven't already got them. They're so useful for doing all kinds of shape cards, as you'll see in a minute, because I'm still using the same die on the next card, the same set of dies on the next card. I did a bit of a whoopsie there, and that one's a bit large, but hey ho, in my favour to get it finished, I guess. There we are. So we've got all the panels on now. And it's going to stand like that. So every surface, apart from the back, because you need something to write on, has been decorated. And now we're going to put the circles on. Okay. So we need a circle and a matte layer, which I'm going to stamp in a minute, to go on the front. Okay. And then we're going to put one on the inside and one on there as well. So there's 3 of them, and they're going to hold different things. So back with me stamp again. We're gonna stamp this layer here. that's going to sit on there. So back in with the same stamp. I've kept it. It would help if I put the same stamp on, wouldn't it? I've kept it the same stamp all the way through. I kind of like that, but as I said, you could use any of them from that set. Hi Wendy, hi Pat, hi Leanne. And I'm just going to kind of try and do some random ones on here. Do one coming off. Yeah, I'm going to put a big happy birthday on this as well, so some of this will be covered. I'll do on there, and then we can put some half ones on if it needs it. Probably will. I'm going to lean on this so I don't get it all over the mat. Just fill it. There we go. Fill in around the edge till your circle's all covered up. And then I might just have to do one on there. There we go. And that's that done then. So you've got a bit of randomness for a change from me. Right, okay, let's give this a final wipe now, and the one that I didn't mean to do in pink for the next card. There we are. Take that one off. That one's ready for the next one now. So, we've got the panel. I'm going to glue it onto this cute circle with all the little... And it's good because I love all the little details. It's got all the little dots in it and the little dashes. All look like stitch lines around it as well. It's super cute. And that fits just perfectly inside there. So, we've got 3 of those now. So, the first one is going to be put about there. Okay, so it only needs a little bit of glue at the bottom. I'll move it up because I'm kind of out of shot, aren't I? There we are. So I think I'm going to pop it there. There we go. And then if you open it and flip it over, it's lined up, ready for you to pop this one on, the second part of the card then. Stand up again. Okay. Make sure you get your little scallops lined up on the outside so that they match with the ones below it. Okay. And then the third one, if you put some glue on, you can more or less see once you close the card up where it's going to go. Okay. So, kind of line it up with that one. And then just press it down. And then they're all lined up in exactly the same place. There we go. And I guess you could put some twine round it, some sisal round it, anything you want. Just to add a little bit more detail. You colour the flowers in. They'd look really good all coloured in, wouldn't they? So that's them 3 done. And now all that's left to do is use the Happy Birthday profile die, and I've put some thin strips of foam tape on it. So on this front one I'm going to put happy. Okay, it's quite a simple card really. And then open it out and put birthday on this one. And then on this one I've cut out from the same stamp set. Use the same papers from the back there, same card colour from the back, and I've stamped it in white ink, and this now is just going to be added to the middle of this one just to decorate that. Okay, pop it in the middle, and then all that's left to do for this one is pop the corresponding glossy colour in the middle. There we go. So that's that one done. I'll pick it up and show it you. I think if you did it with, like I said, with the masculine stamps, that'd make a nice happy birthday card for a man. So it's all lined up, all the circles are lined up from the top. And it kind of looks like that. I'm quite happy with that one. There we go. So I'll take some photos of this later, pop it on, and then we'll get on with the second one. This one, I don't know where this shape come from, but I really quite like it. So again, using the circles. I've done this one in pink, but I will be making it in like a tealy bluey colour. So there we go. And you'll see as we go through it, the whole thing is made with circles. And I'm thinking it would be quite nice to do this and put the names on it, but do it in reds and greens. And it could look quite Christmassy. That could be your little place settings names. So let's get going with that one. I'll bring everything in we need. So first thing we need is, I've got numbers on it, so ignore it, is the very largest scallop one from the set. Will you put measurements in? Yes, I will. But really the measurements are up to you, but I will put mine down, what I've used tonight, definitely. I'll pop them on. I shall do that straight after. So again, we're using one of the big scallops, and then there's some dies in it that cut out but leave the which, let me see if I can find it. Go on, talking about. That's it. It's the biggest one of them. It's got 2 lines on it, so it does cut an edge, but that's the one I've used. See there, you can see that's the one I've used. So I've got 2 of those, and then I've used the smaller one again with the 2 lines on. So again, nothing other than this set. And then I used the smaller one from Julie's Dinky Dies for a layer for the top. Okay. Now, I was looking to see if cutting this one in a different colour was too small. And I thought, well, I really wanted it. I didn't have one the exact same size, but I worked it out. So what I did was, I cut another one of these scallops, but in the colour that I wanted, and I'm going to show you how to do that. How to fix it so it fits. Right, all you do with this, and you can use your scoreboard if you want to, but I didn't, is fold it in half and score it, or burnish it with your finger. And then fold one up to the score, turn it over, and fold the other one up as well. So that gives you your base for it. So it kind of looks from the top like that. Okay. Now we need to put some of these on it. So this is how I worked it out. So as you can see, it was a full circle, but it was all scallop all the way around. And I thought, well, what am I going to, I don't know what to do with that now. So, but then I decided, if you have a good close look at it, not only is there a scallop and a dot, but there's like a score line. You won't be able to see it from there, but there's a score line just around the edge there. And so I thought, right, well, let's go. And I cut the score line off. I cut the scallops off by just running my scissors around that score line. And you get the exact layer to go on it, which I thought was really clever. Patted myself on the back for that one. So, if you fold this up the way it's going to sit, like that, okay, then you can piece your pieces on here. So, I've got number 1, so that's going to go on there. So, I shall show you how to do this now. Yeah, that's a good idea, Jack, say. Wedding card place settings. And it honestly doesn't take that long. It's just, you know, it took longer to work out how to, what shapes and all to do. I sat here with all the circles cut out and just played with some shapes until I got what I liked. So that one we need on the front. So we're going to see that. So we need something on there. Then we need one on this second part. So there it is. You want to be able to see the colours behind it when you put it all together. So this one can go on there now. Then we're going to see that because it's going to be on the back. So you can turn it and pop this one on. Okay, there. Oh, big number 3 on it. It's a good job I did it in pencil, isn't it? There we go. Rub it out. It does help if you number them. I mean, I numbered them because I did this a while ago, and I didn't want to get confused because I do sometimes forget where things are going if I've prepped it weeks before. And then number 4 is going to go on this side, okay? And then you'll see, if I show you, pull it out and show you. There we go. So these are the bits you're going to see. You see? There, like that. Okay, and that's probably should have been on the inside. There. Like an idiot, I didn't do it. There we go. There we are, because you're going to see them bits from the front of the card. She popped it on the wrong bit. Good job it wasn't stuck down. Right? So, and then what I did was, this circle gets glued onto there, but you only need to glue the bottom part of the circle. Don't glue it all the way up. Alright? And then you're going to pop that just so it sits on the front there. Okay? Then you're going to turn it over and pop one on the back so that they line up there. And then I'll rub out the bit that says front and back. Alright, Jo, no worries, lovely. Thank you for coming. So, there you go. Line it up, pop it down. And then what I did was, to make the whole thing stand up, is lift the 2 of them apart and put some glue along there so that they sit and glue together while you do the rest of them. There we go. So you've got your basic shape now. Front, back, all glued on. I'll just remove that. And I'll remove that off the back as well, because that's the bit on the back where you're going to write. There we go. Glue together, please. I suppose you could use red tape for it. There we are. Now these are the parts that need to be stamped on. Just one of them anyway. This one's kept white. So I'm going to use the other small flower for this one. The one that's kind of all looped together. And the best match ink-wise I could find was Peacock Feathers. Now this is a really new, it's a new ink pad, so I'm going to have to be a bit careful here with the old inking up because it's a bit juicy. I don't want. So this is going to sit on top. So technically you're only going to see around the outside, but still, you know, yeah, it's very juicy ink pad, this one, but that's okay. So just position your stamps all the way around the outside of this. You don't need to do the middle because you're not going to see it. Okay, there we go. Another one there. I love these flowers. They're so pretty. And to get them dimensional, you just cut down the middles of the petals, which I'll show you in a minute. So you just keep going round until you've finished and you've got yourself back round again to where you started. There we are. That's it. Wipe your stamp off. So this layer I'm going to put on flat. And I'm going to glue it onto there, right in the middle. There we are. You could put that on with foam if you wanted to, but you don't really need to. It's quite a dimensional card, so. And then this white one is going to sit on there. I've already put some cardboard on the back, not foam pads, and I'm going to pop this in the middle and we'll work with the flowers then. There we go. I'm hoping it's in the middle because I'm kind of sitting at a weird angle to the, it's quite far ahead of me. There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty central. So now for the flowers. So I wasn't sure what colours. Now this one is from Emma's set, Emma's new set. And the reason I did that is because I wanted a biggish flower in the middle, but I didn't want to put this flower in the middle because it was too big for the card. It was just too big for this particular card. So I looked, and obviously there's loads, isn't there? And because Emma's was the newest flowers, I thought I'll use that. So I've done one in the same colour range as this, so it matches. And I've also used the leaves from that same set, the same set here, Floral Fancies. I've done them in blue and with white stamping, and I've also done them in white with blue stamping because I wasn't really sure which one I fancied. So, you know, I've done a selection of, and I've done the same using the banners, stamps and dies. I've done the same in blue, and I did some in white as well, but don't know where they are now. They're somewhere here. Here they are. Here they are. So here's the white ones, and we can decide which one we're going to use and put the others to one side for another card. Yeah, it is, isn't it? And it's so useful, Brian. It's so useful. So I've cut into this. So we could have, let me see, happy birthday, have the best day ever. One white, one blue. That sounds good, doesn't it? Happy birthday, enjoy your special day. I think we'll stick with that one. So all these now can be put to one side in my little bag, and I'll keep them for other flowers, other cards. So first thing we're going to do is glue them on. And I'm going to put them two right through the middle. So I'm going to glue just this end because I want this to hang off that end. So I'm just going to line it up with a line so I can see if I'm going straight or not. There we go. Happy birthday. And then have the best day ever. We've kept the colours tight right the way through. So looking good. There we go. Have the best day ever. Now we want this one to sit. Just shape it a little bit. There we go. Yep, that one can sit there. Right there. And then we've got to choose some more flowers and some leaves. So let's see which ones to go with. Is it going to be them? Or is it going to be them? Oh, we're going to use both. So these as well I'm going to pop on. I haven't cut into these as yet, so I will do now. So you can get a bit of dimension on them. Easy enough. And then just push them up a bit. What colour is it? It's Peacock Feathers, Julie. Peacock Feathers ink I've stamped them with, and this card was the nearest match I could find to Peacock Feathers to do it with. I'm a big fan of Peacock Feathers, so we're going to pop that one underneath there. And they've been stamped in white and they've been stamped in Peacock Feathers. Just keep it quite monochrome, as they call it. I always think monochrome's black and white, but it's not, is it? It's just one colour and white is monochrome, I guess. There we are. Oops, knocked my glue over. I'll just give that a little bit of shape. I'm only gluing the middle so that I can pop these leaves in and around it once I've glued them in. There we go, and tuck them in. So now you've just got to decide which leaf, because we're kind of spoiled with all the leaves, aren't we? Do we want that one, or do we want the white one, or do we want both? See, this bit takes me the longest, deciding. I think that's too much. What do you think? All or none? Let's see. See what I mean about it taking forever? I actually quite like them, so I'm going to go with these. There we are. Pop that one in there. Tuck it underneath your flower. And once you've got it where you want it, then you can press your flower down properly. we'll have that one underneath there. Now I've took the white ones away, I'm looking at it and thinking it looks a bit boring now. But there you go. Life's life. They are. That's in there. Now we want to put some leaves in here as well, because I do tend to like them sticking out the side a little bit. So I'm going to chop into these, and I'm going to add a little one there. And what's left, I'll straighten up because I didn't do the best job on it. Take that off because that'll be too long. And I'm going to pop this one just underneath here. So with some leaves sticking out all the way around. There we go. Now, do we over egg it? No, I think that's enough. I think that's enough. And then all that's left to put on, really, is my glossies. So, the glossies that I've decided to use have been these palish green ones because it adds a nice little contrast. So, I'm going to put a big one in the middle there to match them two. And then the three that I've got left, I'm going to put one large. Now, I did get the hearts out. So, where have they gone now? The little hearts. There they are. Those hearts are the same colour. So, I'm going to use them, I think, on this. And I'm just going to put, because I used the dots on the last one. So, I'm going to put 3 little hearts. Now I want to change my mind. Yeah, I'm going to change my mind. And I'm going to take that one off. There we go. I'm going to put one on there and I'm going to use the dots. Yeah, my prerogative, guys. Dots can go on there. I'll put one large and then one medium on that side and one small on the other side. There we go. And then that is card number 2. Let's push that one back a bit. There you go. There we are. So, 2 cards, half an hour. Not bad. Ish. So I'll bring them in and I can show you the 2 of them now. And it's just something a little bit different to do. Which white stamp pad did you use for the flowers and leaves? Right, I'll get it out and I'll show it, because it's here somewhere in one of my drawers. Here we go. This is what I used. Pretty Colour, Stamps by Me, Premium Pigment ink in cotton. It's called cotton, okay? That's the one I used. It's a really good white. It's a proper, it's the only thing I don't particularly like about it, if I'm totally honest, and I'm being absolutely picky, is that it's a foam pad instead of a lint kind of pad. It's not got the same pad as that. So you have to be careful because they're really, really juicy when you get these. You have to be careful that you don't over ink and it goes in between, you know, the stamp detail. But that's the one I used, Pretty Colour inside, and it's come out really well. Considering that's a dark background, it's come out right white. So there you go, 2 cards. Hope you like them. Give them a go, and if you do, tag me. So, okay, have a good evening, guys. I'm not sure who's on next. I think it might be Joe, but I'm not sure. But keep your eye on the Julie Hickey's page and the Crafty Friends of Julie Hickey's, and it'll all be on there as to who's on next. And I'll take some photos now and put these up. Okay, thanks a lot. Have a good night. Bye.